Hi folks, it's been a while since I've done a video. I had a few about cars that I meant to upload but never quite got around to it. I've just been too busy with work. This is a bit of a breakout from my usual format. I'm usually talking about watches or cars or the state of the coffee shops. The latest thing that's breaking is this Jared O'Mara story. This is the Labour MP for Sheffield Hallam who displaced, I think it was Nick Clegg from the Lib Dems at the last election, which was a bit of a giant killing. And of course, this was all part of the Labour surge that they had. Anywho, it's quite an interesting little story. So he's obviously just like a bigot, he's come from nowhere. And he's just been a face that's just got injected into a seat that they probably thought, we might not win that. But we'll just stick him in anyway and hope for the best. And then they ended up winning the seat, and of course they ended up with this guy that they never really vetted or knew who he was. Which sort of brings me to the original point. I'm probably more conservative than socialist at this point in time, and have been for a wee while. But my parents were sort of used to vote Labour back in the day when Labour was for the ordinary working people, and there was lots of unemployment, and ordinary people needed somebody to lobby on their behalf, which seems sensible enough if you happen to be disenfranchised or disadvantaged. But of course, it's a lot more complicated than that. So they used to vote Labour, and I would have said I would have been a Labour sympathiser in my early years. But it's a changed party. Some of the guys that used to be in it, the Jim Murphys of this world, who tried to sort of battle away and do wee bits and pieces, the old school politicians, they're gone. Just about everybody now is quote unquote identity politics. So it's that one up hanging in Liverpool. I can't mind her name, but she's a lesbian, and she came out in an interview one time saying, "Yeah, I'm gonna win this seat, just because I'm a lesbian. Interesting, and not because of your policies." And interestingly enough, Labour didn't actually pick her to represent that seat, and she ended up getting elbowed out a wee bit to the side. But identity politics now, you basically got to be black or lesbian or gay or something else and tick a box so that you can get this kind of free surge of votes to propel you up part of the way up the ladder. And then the rest of the way you'll get based on whatever surge the party can deliver through the main leader. But identity politics has got a problem in that the people coming through now, they don't have any substance. You never really hear. I don't know why it's buzzing. That's my mail there. I'll turn that off. Flipping mail. There's no substance to these politicians. They don't talk about what they're going to do when they get in, and they don't talk about anything like that. A lot of them have never worked. They've gone to uni, they've been in kind of debating committees and all that kind of rubbish at uni. They've never actually gone out there in industry and worked. The classic was the agriculture minister, the shadow agriculture one, who was an ardent sort of meat hater. This is somebody who's going to represent agriculture and the farming industry. But, it's so anti-meat, wants to ban meat. So all the farmers that have got cattle, yeah, you'll be out of job. If she got in and got away. So again, this is a classic example. This was the Bristol West one that I looked up. She just is an idiot. There's just no substance. They've got no real life work experience, no real experience in industry, no life experience. They've just went to uni, done course after course after course, been on debating committees, been in lobbying committees. They've gone out and done protests and held a wee flag They're basically full-time wasters, try to tell everybody else who's hard working and has maybe a different opinion what to do. So I don't have any time for them. It's a mess, you know. What can you say? Jared O'Mara. I mean, he just came out with things that you wouldn't have expected even Alf Garnett to come out with. Unbelievable. And in Labour, of course, of all places. So I think they've got a bit of tidying up their own home to sort out there. But I don't have much time for Labour nowadays. And even Corbyn, I mean, he's another one who just goes about dressed like a tramp. He's never really done a proper day's work in his life. Anything else? What a show. Yeah, that was it. Birmingham Museum. There's an interesting throwback to the miners' strike and the civil unrest that was in the UK back in the 80s. If you ever get a chance, go to Birmingham Museum, and they've got a wee set of waistcoat there, and it's got all the wee badges on it that someone obviously collected. They'd obviously gone to each of the protests, things like, for the miners or for the nurses, save our jobs. The big focus for Labour years ago was the right to work. The fact that the ordinary people needed jobs in order to get themselves out of poverty. This seems to be lost in the world of New Labour with Jeremy Corbyn, with the whole identity politics thing. It's no longer, ordinary people need education and work and to sort of pull themselves out of poverty. There's no enablers. There's nothing about enablers for upward mobility. So of course this jacket's got the badges on it, nurses and whatever and all of that thing. But the focus back in the 80s was about people keeping their jobs and getting people who weren't working into work. I don't ever hear that from Labour. You see them out with disabled people and banners going, give us more benefits and all this sort of thing. It seems to be, what more can you give in social care to people that aren't working and everything else? Whereas my attitude is, why can't we get every single disabled person in a job? Why wouldn't you be saying, well, do you know what, disabled people shouldn't be discriminated against, let's get them all into work? Wouldn't that be a good thing? Like it was in the 50s, people come back from the war, dodgy leg and all the rest of it. There you go, into the labour exchange, down the road, into a job. Shouldn't it be like that? Or should we just give people money? Is that the model? So they seem to be have infinite amounts of time to protest about things like that, but never about jobs. Never about keeping people in work or getting people into work. Never seems to be on the agenda. That's how Labour differs today. Biggest difference between Labour today and Labour then. And we're only going back 30 to 40 years. Not that long. So it's quite an interesting little thing to see. And I think that's pretty much it. And as Bugs Bunny would say, that's all, folks. Daffy Duck. So take care.